Hi, this is Frank Tortorice, the Diabesity Doc, today with renowned author Paul Jaminet of the Perfect Health Diet.
Hi Frank, it's great to be with you.
It's great to meet you, and we want to ask you a few questions if we could. Because of your expertise in weight loss and diet, we want to ask you, what tips can you give our pre-diabetics and maybe early diabetics about the Perfect Health Diet? How can they apply it to their situation?
Okay, well, first of all, what diabetics should know is that it's important to eat a generally healthy diet, a diet that would be healthy for everyone else as well. All right, so you want to eat a balanced, nutritious diet that includes animal foods like meat, fish, eggs. It includes a little bit of starch. It includes some, fruits and beets and vegetables and a diversity of flavorings. And you want to have certain very nourishing foods like organ meats like liver, egg yolks, seafood, bones and joints. You want to make soups and stews. So there's a lot of foods that everyone should have, and it's very important that diabetics get those too. And then in terms of proportions, a normal person, would have probably a little bit more starch than meat, and a diabetic might have a little less starch than meat. So there are some tweaks, and diabetics will tend to go a little lower carb, but they shouldn't necessarily be dramatic changes. All right, so and a good thing for diabetics to do is monitor their blood glucose and try and find the proportions that minimize blood glucose both after meals and toward the end of a fast, of an overnight fast. And so if you're doing everything right, your blood glucose should stay under good control.
Wonderful. A lot of our patients have a tradition of rice, and I was pleased to read that you do allow, under certain conditions, rice in the diet, sometimes yams or tubers. Can you just speak a little bit about that in the setting of a diabetic or pre-diabetic patient?
Yeah, well, white rice is it's a good food. It's a good source of starch. Starch is beneficial in two ways. So two of the things to keep in mind: you should always cook rice at least the night before you eat it, and then refrigerate it overnight, and that will generate more resistant starch within the rice, and that's a good beneficial form of fiber that's especially beneficial for diabetics. So diabetics need extra fiber, and so that's a great way to get it. And then don't be afraid of white rice. Don't be afraid of it having a high glycemic index.
Exactly.
The thing to do is to eat it as part of a meal, and to mix it with meat, fish, or eggs, with vegetables, with some fruit, with some kind of fat. So when you eat a potato, have butter or sour cream on it, and also add some vinegar on it. So it turns out that acids will lower the GI, the glycemic index of potatoes or rice, and help you tolerate them better. So just like when you're having sushi, they put rice vinegar in the sushi, or English fish and chips, they put vinegar on the potatoes. Those are very beneficial things to do. So I would recommend put both vinegar and sour cream on your potato or your rice.
Do you like the starch to be eaten first thing in the morning or in the afternoon? Is there a preference of what time of the day they should be eating their starches?
Well, starch should only be eaten as part of a complete meal. So don't eat starch as a snack. Don't eat cookies, don't eat crackers, cakes, anything like that. Just have natural whole food starches like white rice or white potatoes eaten as part of a complete meal. And you should, diabetics especially, but all people should do intermittent fasting. They should extend their overnight fast, eat within an 8-hour window in the daytime. So that might be 2 full meals, one at the beginning of the 8 hours, one at the end, and then as many snacks as you want during the 8 hours between the 2 meals. But don't eat it all for 16 hours overnight, and make that 8 hours fall in the daytime.
Okay.
So, you know, finish eating by 7 p.m. and don't eat again, and start eating at 11 a.m. or noon, and you know, then you should be good to go.
Wow, that's some great information. If our audience wants to find out more about your books or your retreat or some of the things you produce, how can they get in touch with you to get more information?
Well, come to our website, perfecthealthdiet.com. There's a tab there that says Perfect Health Retreat. We have health retreats twice a year on a magnificent beach, luxury property in North Carolina, and it's just a beautiful opportunity to relax and to learn everything we teach. So the reason we called our diet Perfect Health Diet is because we believe in aiming for perfection. There are literally hundreds of factors in diet, in lifestyle that influence your health, and the best thing to do is try to optimize everything. We don't really know what the causes of disease are, and we're actually learning that the reasons modern diseases have been so hard to cure is that there are dozens or hundreds of factors causing them. And so in order to cure them, you really need to fix many, many factors.
Right.
And the best thing is just to try to fix everything you can, and that gives your body the best chance to heal and to overcome everything. So it's really important to aim for perfection, and my wife and I have been working for 10 years on figuring out all the little tweaks and how to make everything work as well as possible. And coming to the retreats is a great opportunity to learn everything we know and experience it through cooking classes, exercise classes, science classes, and personal health coaching, and just living in an environment that's optimized for health, eating food that's optimized for health.
Great. That's wonderful, and that'll be great to learn more about that and maybe to catch up with you in the future. And I really want to thank you for the time and the wonderful work you're doing to help our audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.